everybody, it's your boy Jordan Kun, and today I'm back with another video. And today I want to talk about a game that's been recently announced, and that is Project Mugen. If you keep up with social media, you've probably already seen it. People keep calling it Genshin. I think it's just because of the art style, honestly, and they can't think of any other game. They don't play games. But honestly, I think it's more like Scarlet Nexus. If you've played that game, then you'll understand. And if it is going that route, at least design-wise, then that's going to be cool. Mainly because you can do a lot more with the bosses, you can make a lot of things up. Instead of it being like tied to your world where we can only fight like hilly churls and bandits, you can literally do anything. Like in Scarlet Nexus, they have enemies that like you see in Persona, which is really cool. So if anything, I'm looking forward to some enemy variety instead of just those thugs we saw in the trailers, but hey, we'll see. And the setting is kind of more so that what has me excited. While I like the fantasy setting, too many games do it. We've had it since Skyrim, at least for me, but I know it's been here a lot longer. And I'm glad to see another game kind of take a crack at a more current / futuristic setting. And that's where people call it GTA, especially because you can drive cars in this game. I forgot to mention you can drive cars in this game. Now with that, that's pretty cool. But when I look at the driving, it looks too slidey and skiddy, and I don't know how that's going to be fun. It might be more of a hindrance than fun, you know what I mean? Plus, like, how fast are you gonna be able to go? Like, they gotta load the game while you're driving. And I don't imagine this game allowing you to drive as fast as like GTA. And plus, they might only have specific cars you can drive. It's not like you can go and rip somebody out of their car and then take their car. Plus, look at that Hummer thing, bro. Look at it. Look at it bouncing around. Like, I don't want to drive that shit, especially when I can swing around like Spider-Man. Now, that's a different controversy. People are shitting on this game because of that. And you know what's funny to me about this? People were shitting on Genshin before it released because it looked just like Breath of the Wild. They're like, oh my god, they took the paragliding from Breath of the Wild. Wow. Now everyone loves it. Now everyone doesn't care. It's whatever. So yeah, people are gonna talk shit about it right now, but if anything, that just gave it publicity. You know what I'm saying? Even though I will say this is crazy. Like, this is just Peter Parker swinging. This is just the animations. And with that is another concern I have. I don't care about the animations or anything like that. You guys are already fighting for that, so that's good. But I care more about how's it gonna feel. You can have a swing and all that, but if it doesn't feel good, that's an ass mechanic. With Spider-Man, that is one of the main things. It's fun swinging around. And that might not be your main thing with the game, but it is a feature and it's gonna have to feel good. So I hope you adding this mechanic isn't gonna bite you in the ass, because that's gonna be a make or break situation. But also with that, you can parkour and it looks cool. It looks like everyone has the same animations, which is kind of gonna get annoying, especially if you're gonna have a particular animation that you like or a particular way to get around that you like. Like if you like swinging around, you're gonna have all your characters swing around, you know what I'm saying? And if everyone does this little spin, twirl, front flip, everyone, it's gonna get annoying. So hopefully we can have some different animations for maybe like taller characters compared to shorter characters. I understand you don't want to have to do it for every character, especially for every future release, but to switch it around, I feel like tall male characters should have a different animation style versus like short male characters, or you know, etc, because if not, this is gonna get stale pretty quickly. And then a couple other things you can do in this game is obviously fighting enemies, and from there that looks pretty cool. It's kind of weird to me that some people complained about, like, you know, the swinging in Spider-Man, but it's like, if you look at this girl in this game running, that looks like Raiden May. That looks like any female character from Genshin running. That literally looks exactly like the animation, and her fighting style with a sword. And same with this girl shooting guns. That looks exactly like Bronya from Honkai shooting guns. Hey, I'm just saying, like, if you don't fight for the swinging animations, look more into the other stuff too, because this looks kind of similar. Now, I'm not a video game designer. Anyone who's in the comments who like is or understands it can tell me why. But as of right now, it's kind of like, okay, that looks more concerning to me than the swinging. You know what I'm saying? I can understand swinging might be harder to do, but like the gaming and the fighting animations, you're telling me those don't look eerily similar? And then in this game, you obviously can play with friends. So I'm wondering how they're going to tackle that. We don't even know if you're going to have one person plus 3 others regularly. Like, you know how Genshin, you can switch between 4 characters. I'm wondering if you're going to be able to do that as well in this game. I imagine so, because, you know, Tower of Fantasy had a different approach on it where you can choose your character and then you switch between, I think, 2, 3, 4 weapons, I believe. It's been a minute since I played that game. But then also you can use character skins. Like when you get the weapon, you get the skin of that character. Sounds disgusting. You're basically a skinwalker with their weapon. So anyone can use any weapon, and then you also get buffs for using that character specifically. So it's like, that's a different approach. I kind of like the more Genshin style where you can have your party and switch between them. So I'm hoping they do that. And then with that, I wonder if you'll be playing with 3 other friends if you decide to do multiplayer, or if they're going to cap it at 2 and then you have one person you switch into and they have one person they switch into. Like, we'll see how they do it. And then if they do this, they got to do it a little bit better than Genshin. Genshin is very bare bones. To me, exploring around with friends in Genshin is boring as fuck. I don't know about the recent updates that it looks interesting being able to swim, but for the past couple years, exploring in Genshin with friends was boring as fuck. Don't even try and lie. Just running around doing bare bones shit for a little bit because you're gonna run out of resin is boring. You can't do the story mode, you can't interact with people, you can't do anything. It's like you don't exist anymore. Once I saw my friends playing the Forest Lava from Liyue to Mondstadt, I was like, you niggas are bored. You niggas need a new game. That once you have people doing that, your game is boring. So I'm hoping there are actual activities you can do. If anything, just let us play the story mode together. I don't see why that would be so hard. Are they worried about spoilers, or are they just lazy? So we'll see how that goes. And then the most important thing you can do, you can pick up fucking animals. Look at that shit. You can pick up animals, dog. You can carry cats. You can touch them. Oh my God. Yeah, that's exciting as well. I hope we can have a pet. That'd be cool. I want more games allow us to have pets. Maybe we can have our own like little apartment or whatever, little pad, and then have cats there or dogs or whatever. Or maybe you can have one you can explore with. Just something a little cool, you know? But that's not make or break for me. But being able to pick up animals is a W already. Now, with that out of the way, if you do go to Project Mugen's website, you can learn about 5 characters. Not much to learn about them. All you can learn about is their names. But I, the character expert, decided to do a little bit of research on them. AKA, I stared at them for more than 2 seconds and I did a description about them. So I'm going to do that here. First up, we have Banzi, the pink-haired girl, AKA Mascot 1, interchangeable with Taffy. Or she's basically the tracer of this game. Every game has that. You're supposed to have. She's Amber. To give you insight, she's basically Amber. There you go. Now, I want to know if they're gonna have her be useful throughout the entire game, or if she's gonna be shit to build again. We don't know. We don't know if there are even gonna be builds in this game. It's probably gonna be builds in this game. We don't really know if this is even gonna be a gacha. It's gonna be a gacha. So we're just figuring out everything on the way. I just hope characters can still be useful after a while. I understand power creep is gonna be a thing in this game, but it kind of sucks, you know? I feel for the Amber players. You like her, you're free to play. You still can't do Spiral Abyss with her because she's dog shit. It's unfortunate, so let's see how that goes. Second up is Taffy, aka Mascot 1 or 2, depending on how you want to do it. She's the small girl with bunny ears and a techwear fit. She looks pretty cool. She looks like she's more of a sleepy persona. People are gonna fall for her or whatever. People are gonna want a plushie of her. She's the, if I had to do a description, I would say she's the, you know, the less annoying Paimon looking character. How Paimon should have looked. But she's gonna be cool. You know, I can already tell I'm gonna like her. So that's it. And then we have Alan. We literally saw him in the trailer for like 2 seconds. But if you look at him, he's the hot guy with yo-yos. We need to see more about him. I can already see the simps of male husbandos are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's attractive. But what's gonna make or break is what's his voice like and what's his personality. That's gonna be make or break. He can look nice like this, but if he doesn't have a nice ass voice, you lost people on it. I'm gonna tell you this right. You're gonna lose people. And he's either going to be a husbando or he's going to get drowned out by the future releases. So we'll see. And now we have Mechanica, or I like to call her Mecha Nigga. She's the cute ditzy character. I imagine she's super smart because she has Mecha in her name. I imagine she builds things. She's super smart and dumb at the same time. She's probably acoustic. Has the same energy as a hyperactive cat. So we'll see how she is. We'll see what her weapon is like. She looks interesting. I like her design, but yeah, Mecha Nigga is the cool one. And then the last character that we saw on the page is Dila, and she's mommy. Enough said. And then we have the main character. Obviously, we're not going to get any description about him just yet, unless they're going to try and make him more of a central being, give him a name and stuff like that. But as of right now, he's kind of just the host, you know what I mean? Typical main character, nothing outstanding, just someone you use to get the ball rolling. Plus, we don't even know if he can turn to a female or not, so if he is going to be just that character, that's going to be interesting what they're going to do. Maybe they give him a voice, maybe they give him a name. We'll see. But as of right now, the other big thing I imagine you guys are wondering is what's its release date? And I have good news. They ain't said shit about that yet. I don't know why I said good news, but as of right now, we have no news. It's either late 2024 or 2025 is what people are projecting. So I don't do that with you will. As of right now, there's nothing. Oh, another little information. The city this is what concerns me a lot. The city is going to be procedurally built. Now, if you don't know what procedural means, or procedural generation, that means the computer is just going to do a bunch of random shit and put it together. Now, what that means is, are they going to have us have a big flat set area already? Kind of like, you know, like with Genshin, they made Mondstadt and that's how far you can go or whatever, you know what I mean? And then they added on to it later on, you know what I mean? Made it bigger. Are they going to have it like that, or is it going to be an endless map we can go through? Or if we spawn in every time, is it going to make a new map every time? Because that's going to be weird. That's going to be confusing. You're not going to remember where shit is. The part that makes Genshin enjoyable with the maps, at least, is that if you explore it, you get familiar with the map. You start understanding it. You start saying shit like, hey, meet me over here where this is, and you know where it is. But if you go, hey, meet me over here, and it's now across the map, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? What? That's my only concern, is what do they mean with they're gonna be having procedural generation with it? We'll learn more as time passes. But as of right now, that's it. My name is Jordan Kuhn. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.